Man, what an emotional episode of Solo Leveling today. It might be, honestly, the most emotional episode of the entire show. So far, with Jinwoo's mother finally coming back and Jinwoo using, um, basically the elixir of life to bring his mom back. And it was emotional, man. When she finally reawakens and his mom is just like it's like how I want I'm like how long have I been asleep for? And he's just like, it's been 4 years, mom. And then she basically is like, thank you for that. And then you just see this man, he just starts tearing up and then he starts bursting out crying because this man basically went through hell, all this pain, all this suffering to try to find a way to provide an income and find some sort of cure for his mother. And even though he knows, deep down, he may not be able to trust this system or anything, the system gave him up and gave him an opportunity to bring his mother back, and now she's okay. I don't know if there's going to be any potential foreshadowing in terms of her and maybe things happening to her. But it was an emotional episode. Probably again, like I said earlier, probably the most emotional episode of Solo Leveling to date. So yeah, but this episode was just kind of seeing the progress that Juno has come across and made through basically all these episodes from season 1 till now. And now he finally did it. He saved his mom. His family somewhat is back together again. And yeah, but things are getting hectic with the foreshadow, with the element of the Jeju Island incident stuff and things like that. But regardless, this episode was fantastic. Another great episode of Solo Leveling, man. My co-host Red Wolf is not joining me today. He went to Mexico, so he chose the perfect time to go to Mexico. One, you had Dragon Ball Daim's final episode, and then two, you had this emotional episode of Solo Leveling. So he chose the perfect time to say, "Yeah, I'm going to Mexico." So, look, he'll watch the episode, but his loss, you won't get his initial reactions. But it was emotional, man. You know, we start the episode off where we last left off, and Jinu's, hoping that this isn't a farce and this isn't some sort of trick, that the elixir of life is actually a real thing. So, you know, he's like, all right, let's do it, let's create it. And it starts crafting, and then it takes a while, and he's just like, and then when it's done, he's like, where is it? And then eventually it drops, and he's like, I swear, I hope this shit works. Now he uses this new skill to where he's able to switch places with one of his shadow knights. He says bye to Isul and says like, I'll see you around. If I do see you around, we'll probably run into each other. So I don't know if that's gonna be the last of her we see. I would think we would see her again at some point. I don't know when, but I would think we would see her again. So yeah, but he goes back to the hospital and basically has it all set and ready to go. And he's just like, I hope this works. He's like, well, I don't know, hopefully she's able to swallow it and everything. We do kind of get a flashback as well. Like, apparently, like, I'm guessing she accidentally like spilled boiling water on like the back of her freaking neck. And she got like these massive like burn scars on the back of her neck, and you had it, and it's like, okay, now I don't know how that happened. Maybe it was just like an accident, like it was like something, a bull tipping over was gonna hit Jinwoo, and she got in the way and protected him. And he started crying. He's only a kid at the time. She's like, it's okay, and it's like, okay, you can clearly tell like his mom means a lot to him. Like, he cares about his mother, he loves his mom, and he wants to do what it takes to bring her back. So he feeds her the elixir of life, and he sees the burn scars healing, but she still hasn't woken up. And he's just basically kind of in like this praying like thing of saying like, please, just please get up, please, mom, please just get up. And eventually he looks up and he sees her and she is already up, and he's just in absolute shock by this. And she's just like, "Is that you, Jinwoo?" And basically she asks him like, "How long has it been? How long have I asleep ever been?" And he's like, "You've been asleep for 4 years." And basically she can tell like he was doing, hunter stuff, right? And she just basically was like thanking him and everything, saying it's gonna be okay and everything. I'm back. And you just have it where man, you just have it, man. The animation shows it amongst itself. Like, we haven't seen Jinu cry probably this emotionally before in a very long time. Like, we know we've seen him be emotional in like season one, but not like this. Like, the man was basically breaking down. Like, he couldn't stop. Like, it's like he wanted to say something, but he couldn't say anything because he's just so caught up in his emotions, and he's just so, I guess, mixed emotion. He's so emotional, so happy, but at the same time so sad. Like, I went through everything, all this suffering and everything, all this stupid bullshit that I had to go through, essentially, right? For me to get to bring you back, and now you're back now. And you get just that emotional moment, right? The next day, basically the doctor's like, yeah, she woke up and everything, and she wants to go home like right now. You have that emotional moment where Jenna sees her for the first time, and she burst out into freaking tears and everything, stuff like that. So, man, the emotions were really damn high this episode, man. I can't lie. I almost freaking teared up myself. I'm like, shit, man. Emotional ass episode. So you get that whole thing. Now they get home. It's funny, I guess when Jinwoo was gone, Jenna made like a freaking heap of a mess. So they all start cleaning. She seems all back to her old self and normal. Now she does ask Jinwoo like if if he's had any contact with their father, and he's like no and everything. So yeah, but anyways, you just kind of have it to where you know okay, that's obviously a foreshadowing element right then and there, so there's that. But yeah, anyways, you basically then, for like the rest of the episode, is kind of setting up the Jeju Island arc, right? So the main director of the Hunters Association comes out. He basically says like, we're going to commence a fourth raid because of the fears and the issues of these ants being able to be a threat in the area. And he basically tells the public like, look, we're not only having S ranks from where we're at, but we're having S ranks come over from Japan as well. So that's the thing. So you kind of have it. We see Yoon Hoo. He's hanging out with an old friend, an old hunter friend who's an S rank healer. And basically, they're talking about the Jeju raid, right? And we find out like his friend is retired because of a past raid to Jeju Island, and somebody that they know got killed, right? And basically, he kind of was like Juhi from what we saw in the first season. His PTSD was so freaking high, and he could never forget that moment, and it gave him basically, this crazy type of, it gave him this freaking traumatic experience. He's like, I can't do it. Like, we even get revealed like he can't handle blood or anything. So he basically retired, right? And basically he's got a whole new gig popping up that he's gonna go into now. And yeah, but he's basically telling like Young Hoo like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? And basically he's like, yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do, right? So there's that whole thing, right? So then eventually later in the episode, basically you have a meeting with the old director dude and the one guy that's kind of been the recruiter, right? And basically we find out that, I'm guessing from what I saw, they're bringing in like a big hunter from the United States who's like super strong, and he's gonna help out in this raid. Again, correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, if I mistranslated that or something, but it seems like this guy is gonna be helping out too, which from what they were saying, this guy is pretty powerful. So that's the whole thing, right? And then they also specify it's only be S ranks going to Jeju Island. The A ranks will basically stay behind and pay and protect the mainland, right? So just in case anything crazy happens. So yeah. Anyways, the old dude also makes a mention like, hey, have you called Hunter Sung? And the dude's like, yeah, I actually just got off the phone with him. He's actually gonna be coming in right now. So Jinwoo comes in, and basically, the old director tells him like, hey, this is what's going on here. I would really like it if we could, get your assistance, your help with this, and you can help us with this Jeju thing. Now Jinwoo's actually thinking about this, and basically Jinwoo's like, it's honestly at this point, Jinwoo was gonna reject this guy and say, yeah, thanks for the offer, but that's not my problem. I'm not going to be helping. And realistically, the reason why he said that is because he was thinking, he's like, well, I know I've been solo leveling this entire time, but I basically did what I needed to do. My mission's done now. Like, I'm an S rank, 8, I'm an S rank hunter. I'm pretty dang strong. So if I do want to go make some money, I can make money that way. And then on top of it, I brought my mom back, and realistically, that was my whole purpose. That was my goal. That was my thing at the end of the day. So yeah, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, holy shit, is he actually gonna turn this shit down? And he's turning, and he probably would have turned it down if not for sensing the crazy power at the last minute. But realistically, for him, he feels like he did what he needed to do. He feels like he don't really realistically needs to be a hunter anymore because he brought his mom back. He did what his thing, because realistically, the reason why he was slowly leveling to get stronger was not only to, get stronger for himself, but to find a way to get funds in, and even find a way to find a cure for his mom, right? And he finally did that. So for Jinwoo, there's like no point anymore in continuing to be a hunter. He probably still's gonna have to do the daily stuff and everything, so he doesn't get thrown into some sort of weird, crazy stuff. But realistically, he looks like, I'm just ready to live just a normal life now. I don't want to be a hunter no more. I got my family back. I can live a normal life. I can do what I can do. I can do what I need to do now. So it's going to be very interesting where his standpoint, his mindset's going to be now with his mom back, because now technically he has nothing left to fight for. He has nothing else. Like, he has no purpose to really continue being a hunter. So realistically, in his case, he could potentially just retire and be like, yeah, I'm not being a hunter anymore. I'm done. My mom's back. I got my family. They A-okay. If anything, if I'm going to continue doing this, it's going to be like these small jobs, so then I can raise money so Jenna can go to college and go become a doctor. But other than that, I'm just going to be chilling doing nothing, which is interesting. And again, I don't blame him. Like, being a hunter is a brutal lifestyle. Like, if you're telling me you can just do the little mundane tasks and you don't have to do the crazy shit, and you're still racking in enough dough to provide for your family, man, you might as well just take that approach. If anything, that's probably what Jinwoo would probably be doing. But he senses the aura of young Hoo, and they see him training, and he's basically training with his master, and there's still some things that he's gotten to improve on. Like, his master says, you got to improve on your lower body, man. It's got to get stronger and everything. And you also have that one other dude with the glasses with the red hair show up, basically. And the thing is, we find out, Jinwoo's like, why is he holding back his power? And we basically find out, like, when Yoo-hoon goes into that transform like state, if he goes all out, he could legitimately like turn into a damn monster. So that's actually pretty crazy. Then that's when we have it when the Japan S ranks show up, and they basically show up and they're just like, this is their S ranks. These dudes are a fucking joke. Now, you have it where this one chick looks up and she's like, oh wait, who the hell is that? And then somebody's like, oh yeah, that's Sung Jinwoo. He's their newest S rank. He's the newest revealed S rank in their country. They said he's a mage type. And obviously, you know, they're like, oh, well. Now, you have that one guy look at Jinwoo, and Jinwoo's giving him a glare like, you don't want to fuck with me. But, again, we don't know how strong these Japan S-rank agents are. But essentially, these Japan S-rank hunters are just basically like, if that's all you got, well, then you guys are not impressive. So, you have it to where this A-rank shows up. And then he's like, oh, you're just trying to crap talk us and say we're not nothing. So then the episode basically ends off in a way where it's going to be a team battle, an all out royale, right? Between basically Korea's Korea's hunters versus Japan's hunters. So we're going to see how Japan hunters are and how strong they are. Jinwoo's also still there and he's watching this. Now, they said mages can't participate in the fight, so he couldn't participate if he wanted to because he's a mage type. But, yeah, regardless, I think Jinwoo is going to be assisting with the Jeju Island incident anyways. Like, eventually he's going to be like... Because at some point, I feel like he could reject them at first, and then his mom's going to be like, so did the Hunter Association call you? And basically he's going to tell her, like, they want me to go participate on the raid of Jeju Island. And then I feel like his mom could be the one to be like, well, hey, you know, if they're saying like it's dangerous and there could be danger, you know, there could be a threat here, I think you should go handle this and help them out. And then I could see it to where Jinwoo's like, but are you sure about this? Like, I got you back and everything. And then basically I could see it to where, you know, Jinwoo's mom was like, look, I'm gonna be like, if anything, I'm gonna be more worried about you than you worried about me. But I want you to go be a hero. And literally the title of the next episode is like something here, like, you know, go be a hero or something like that, right? So maybe Jinwoo has that talk with his mom next week, and his mom's like, I want you to go be a hero because you saved me. Now it's time to go save Japan, or go save basically the country, right? They need your help. So, yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Great episode. Very interested to see where the show's gonna go now, with the Jeju Island stuff and things like that. But if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more. If you want to get more solo leveling content or any other anime content, I upload to the channel and things like that. But till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Till then, guys, peace.